All right, so it is weather impact alert. It was a pretty busy morning, but thankfully the worst of the worst is now over, but we're still seeing rainfall as far as the eye can see. And that tornado warning has been moved out of the area. So that was for eastern Johnson County. If I were to zoom in here to kind of show you what's going on, that rotation is now out of the area. So that is now for areas like Dover, Hector, Moreland as it's moving to the east there into portions of north central Arkansas. So central Pope County. Again, for those in Pope County, Dover area eastward towards Hector and Moreland, seeing that tornado warning begin the spin of the rotation, I should say, excuse me, that is out of the area. That's going to be near the Dover area right here. So those in Johnson County still under severe thunderstorm warning, as well as eastern Logan County under severe thunderstorm warning, but the winds there are about 40 to 50 miles per hour, so still very strong, but the strongest is now moved off to the east towards Pope County. I just want to show you kind of what winds look like there. I'd still say maybe towards Knoxville, probably seeing some pretty gusty winds, probably about 40, 50 miles per hour, same with New Blaine. But again, the strongest of the activity is now out of the area. So in terms of what we've seen so far, we did have a radar confirmed tornado in Ozark. We did get some damage reports in that area from Franklin County, reporting trees down and power outages at Highway 64 and Pudin Ridge Road. Again, Pudin, I hope I'm saying that right. And this was right before the warning came out there. Also looks like I'm looking at some reports from Scott Covert's Facebook. A lot of viewers commenting there. Looks like power's out just off of Highway 64. So again, as we mentioned there, just across from the community building. Looks like lots of debris in the road at Highway 23 North and 64 in that area. So it looks like, we saw a tornado. Just going to have to probably get the numbers on that later. But we also saw some reports of some damage in the Mansfield area. That was in southern Sebastian County. That was at 525 from some thunderstorm wind damage. Trees down near an intersection there in Mansfield. We also got some reports that aren't on here, but LaFleur County, power lines down in Poteau, in Shady Point, Panama, Tallahena, and east of Heavener in the Lovings area from emergency managers there. Some power lines down in that area. In terms of power outages, we're up to, let me refresh this real quick. A lot of the power outages are just south of the area in Polk and Montgomery County. But Scott County, 237 customers out, which is about 4% of the region. Franklin County, 447 customers, about 4.3% of the area. Johnson County, 212 customers, about 2.2%. And then Carroll County, 264 customers out, about 1.4%. So let me kind of recap what we've got here. So those are the reports. The rain, though, the worst of it is off to the east. And then once this complex of rain moves out, we're done for really pretty much the day with any rainfall. But still watching for maybe some flash flooding, especially northwest Arkansas, and even the river valley as well as it continues to move through the rest of the day. So we'll continue to watch that here. I believe we're going to send it to Claire Everbach there in the storm tracker, or storm chaser, excuse me. Claire, where are you guys headed, and what can you see out there?
Hey Danny, we're currently on I-40 making our way toward the Ozark area, and actually just as you were tossing to me now, the rain really just picked up, so let me show you what we're seeing. It is pretty heavy, and as you mentioned, we do have confirmation that there was a tornado in Ozark, so that's what we're heading to check out right now. I did speak with the Franklin County Department of Emergency Management, who are also on their way to the scene to survey everything. They weren't able to really give me any information in terms of damage so far, but of course we will bring you updates when we get there and see what's going on. As of right now, if you are on this road or anywhere near this I-40 area, this stretch of I-40, please do be careful. We're not seeing any hail or anything like that, but the rain really is coming down hard and it's quite hard to see. There are some slick spots. People are definitely taking it a little bit slower than normal, which is a good choice on this Monday morning. Like I said, we'll keep you updated as we make our way toward Ozark, but I'm seeing a lot of people on Facebook saying that they are experiencing some damage, so we do know there's at least some damage that was left behind, probably some debris, but we'll give you a closer look once we get there. Back to you.
All right, thanks for that, Claire. It is 7:04 this morning. We'll continue to monitor the situation out there and bring you coverage right here on 5 News This Morning Plus. But the World Cup continues through July, and the U.S. is guaranteed to make it through the next round of the World Cup following Friday's 2-0 victory over Australia. In fact, fans celebrating the U.S. team's winning goal against them triggered a spike in seismic activity detected by 7 sensors at Seattle Stadium. Now, that match actually marked the first time since 1930 that the U.S. won 2 World Cup games during the group stage.
We should be very proud of how we played, and to be able to get our first clean sheet, in a while, especially our first one in the World Cup, I think it just means so much to us.
Well, the Americans will now face off against Turkey Thursday night in L.A. The World Cup is bringing millions of tourists to North America from around the globe, and between the matches, those guests are getting a taste of American culture, some for the first time. Tourists are going beyond the stadiums to visit parks, monuments, and celebrating our taste, like the Southern staple Waffle House.
Then I'll be big. Probably be the size of this table if I were to be there for 10 years. So no, now just trying everything that we see on TV, that we see on Instagram. That's exactly what we're doing, and then we're gonna go.
Well, tourists are so hooked on ranch dressing that they're trying to take it home with them. They're doing it so much that the TSA had to issue a reminder that ranch is a liquid and to put it in their checked bags. And in Washington, state officials are reminding tourists and visitors for the World Cup to take it easy when it comes to marijuana. It is legal there. State agencies have recently posted about the increases in cannabis-related emergency room visits. However, they later removed the post, citing insufficient evidence for those claims.
I can understand why people would travel here and think they're just going to get regular marijuana and then, have a hard time, end up in the hospital potentially.
Adults 21 and older can legally purchase and use non-medical cannabis products in Washington state. Health officials say potency can vary by the product.